from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh's offense making its way out, and we get a look at the player drafted to succeed Ben Roethlisberger as the franchise's quarterback. Knows a lot about the city. He's a rookie out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett.
In the 2022 NFL Draft, the worst-kept secret of all, the Pittsburgh Steelers were locked in on taking a quarterback. Everyone knew it. The question was, out of all the possible names, who would they select? In the end, they took the hometown kid from Pitt, Kenny Pickett, who heads next door to lead the Steelers. Definitely some huge cleats to fill, replacing Ben Roethlisberger, who's pledged to help the youngster get his feet wet in Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. Taken down at the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hurts.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Smith catches left side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
A first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete. Good coverage on that play by Terrell Edmunds. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A give for Taylor running right side. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Hurts fumbles it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Pickett now on first down.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. But first down, Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Grant.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A bullet throw, but incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Let's take it at around the 40.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Now Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. 1st and 10, here's Pickett.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They run straight ahead with Snell.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that'll That'll make it 13-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the draw is Taylor. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Being chased out left. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. A 10-play drive that time.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached the intermission. And well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick slant to Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Forced out to his left. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Levi Wallace with a pick. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
TJ Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Taylor. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. They'll look to throw. And the Eagles take advantage of the field. Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
That 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got a thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here taken in by Boykin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Pickett.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Back to throw, Pickett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd down and 8. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's Pickett. Caught along the sideline by Freiermuth. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
This from 32 yards away. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Hurts. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2.
On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Darius Slay with a pick.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Down to about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing is Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On the handoff, Taylor.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Pickett now on first down.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Pickett back to throw.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
The Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Pickett's throw taken in by Grant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Pickett.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
First and 10, Taylor now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.